Hi friend, with Amazon preventing users from downloading their own books and a lot of people thinking about leaving their ecosystem, I thought it'd be a good time to talk about alternatives. In this video I will share some great places where you can buy books, both free and paid, without relying solely on Amazon. I'll also include options that offer DRM-free books, meaning you actually own them. You can store them on any device, convert them to different formats using something like Calibre, and read them however you want. And please stick around until the end because I will share my personal thoughts on the whole Amazon situation and how I look at it right now. But before we dive in, let me clear up one big misconception. If you're leaving Amazon, you don't have to give up your Kindle. You can still buy books from other sellers and transfer them to your Kindle either via cable or by emailing them directly to the device. Just make sure the books you get are DRM-free so they don't have any restrictions on them. Alright, let's get into the alternatives. Let's start with some completely free alternatives to buying books on Amazon. And just a quick note, I'm not affiliated with any of these services and all the links will be in the description. First up, we have Libby and Hoopla, two fantastic services that let you borrow ebooks and audiobooks for free, just like a traditional library. Libby is a free app that connects you to your local library's digital collection. With a valid library card, you can borrow ebooks and audiobooks at no cost. No subscription fees, no in-app purchases, and no late fees since books return themselves automatically. And if you're in the US, you can even send most Libby books to your Kindle. Hoopla works in a similar way but offers even more. In addition to ebooks and audiobooks, you get access to movies, music, and even comics, all free with a library card. It works on iOS, Android, and even Kindle devices. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that publishers have limited libraries that can lend out ebooks. Libraries don't actually own the ebooks outright. They have to pay for a license that allows a certain number of checkouts before they have to buy the license again. Now, this is not ideal, but the more people use library services, the more justification they have to keep offering them. So by using Libby or Hoopla, you're actually helping libraries stay open and free for those who need them most. If you love classics, Project Gutenberg is a goldmine. They offer 75,000 free ebooks, including some of the greatest works of literature. Since these books are in the public domain, you can download them in various formats, including EPUB and Kindle, and read them anywhere. And these aren't just scanned PDFs either. Thousands of volunteers have carefully digitized and proofread them to create really high quality editions. Standardebooks.org takes public domain books and gives them a fresh, modern touch. Their goal is to create beautifully formatted, typo-free editions of classic books, all open source and free to download. If you appreciate good typography and clean formatting, this is definitely a great place to get ebooks. Last but not least, there's openlibrary.org, one of the best digital libraries out there. Unlike other free ebook sources, Open Library doesn't just focus on public domain books, you can actually borrow recent mainstream titles as well. They have over 20 million books in their collection, pulling from major catalogs and independent contributions. What's kind of cool is you can search by author, subject, or even bulk download entire collections. Their homepage makes it easy to browse categories like romance, kids, and history, and you might even find some useful textbooks in their catalog. It's essentially a huge online library, and just like a real library, some books are available to borrow for a limited time. But considering the sheer variety of books available for free, it's definitely worth checking out. Now, if you're looking for places to buy ebooks without DRM, so you actually own your books and can read them on any device, here are some great options. Buyin.com is a well-known publisher specializing in science fiction and fantasy. Not only do they offer a wide variety of DRM-free ebooks, but they also have a collection of free sci-fi and fantasy books that you can legally download. If you're a fan of space operas, military sci-fi, or epic fantasy, this is a great place to start. Macmillan Publishers is one of the biggest English language publishers and is unique in that it provides DRM-free EPUBs to Bookshare. They can also provide DRM-free files directly to customers when necessary. While not all their books are DRM-free by default, it's worth checking out if you're looking for a major publisher that offers the option. Tor Books is one of the largest and most diverse publishers of sci-fi and fantasy. Their mission is to bring readers out of this world stories, and they cover a wide range of genres, including thriller, horror, romance, magical realism, and speculative fiction. Tor is one of the few major publishers known for offering DRM-free books, so you can read them anywhere on any device without restrictions. Launched in 2000, ebooks.com hosts over 1 million ebooks with a mix of DRM-protected and DRM-free options. If you're looking for DRM-free books, they have a dedicated section where you can purchase books to store locally and transfer to any device. Solaris is an imprint of rebellionpublishing.com, a British company known for its work in sci-fi, fantasy, and comic books. They publish a wide variety of speculative fictions, including books from Judge Dredd and Rogue Troopers universes. Many of their books are available without DRM, giving you full control over your purchases. Before we jump to the next section, I just want to ask you to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this video. Appreciate your support. Now, if you're looking for alternatives to buying books from Amazon and you're okay with them being DRM protected, here are some great options that support independent bookstores, offer competitive prices, or specialize in ebooks. Kobo is probably one of the Amazon's biggest competitor in both ebooks and e-readers. Their catalog includes millions of ebooks and audiobooks, and their e-readers are often seen as a strong alternative to Kindles, especially since they support EPUB files. I've actually made reviews on Kobo Libra Color and Kobo Clara Color, so I will link them at the end of this video. They also have a subscription service called Kobo Plus, which offers unlimited reading for a flat monthly fee. Barnes & Noble is one of the largest bookstore chains in the US, offering both physical and digital books. Their Nook e-reader, which I haven't tested, is an alternative to Kindle, and they have a wide selection of ebooks and audiobooks. Unlike Amazon, Barnes & Noble focuses more on in-store experiences, book signings, and community engagement. Bookshop.org is all about supporting independent bookstores. Over 80% of their profit margin goes to indie bookstores, helping them stay in business. What's kind of cool with them is that you can even choose a specific local bookstore to receive a cut of your purchase. It's a great way to shop for books without supporting corporate giants. Bookoutlet.com offers huge discounts on books because they source from publishers' excess inventory, special buys, and store returns. If you're looking for bargains, this is definitely a great place to check. They also offer free shipping on orders over $35 to US and Canadian addresses. Thriftbooks.com specializes in used books at low prices. They have a massive selection, and their loyalty program lets you earn free books over time. They're safe, reliable, and often have books that are pretty hard to find elsewhere. If you don't mind secondhand books, this is an excellent way to save money. With the Amazon alternatives out of the way, let me give you my thoughts on Amazon's latest move. Firstly, I think we can all agree that Amazon shot themselves in the foot by removing the download and transfer via USB option. I think this decision is generally going to hurt them more than it helps. And some of us definitely saw it coming. Last year's Kindle lineup already had this feature removed. We kind of assumed it wouldn't be retroactive, but now it seems Amazon is really pushing to tighten control over this digital content. And with this change, people realize something very uncomfortable, is that the hundreds or even thousands of dollars spent on Kindle books don't actually mean ownership. Instead, Amazon's terms and conditions are very clear. Kindle content is licensed, not sold to you by Amazon. So when you buy a Kindle book, you're really just purchasing a license to access it under Amazon's rules. And because of that, books can disappear from your library at any time due to licensing issues or just policy change. There are really kind of two things that annoy me about the whole thing. The first is the buy now button that you see on their website. Essentially, when you buy a Kindle book, the button says buy now, but you're not really buying it. You're leasing the book under Amazon's terms, and that feels sneaky. The second thing is, why are the ebooks so expensive? If I'm just licensing the book and can't copy, transfer, or truly own it, why do ebooks sometimes cost more than the physical copy? If I'm essentially renting it, it'd be better off with a subscription model instead of paying a full price for something that I don't own. And honestly, I can only hope that a good chunk of that money actually goes to the authors. And before I pile all the blame on Amazon, let's be real, Kobo, Google and Apple all use DRM protection too. The same licensing issues exist across those platforms as well, and any of them could introduce some frustrating rules at any time. But listen, the whole situation has definitely made me more mindful on how I buy and store ebooks. And I encourage everyone to support local libraries and consider alternative platforms for buying books. But I'd also love to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the whole thing and what do you think of Amazon's move? Are you considering switching to a different platform, and if so, which one did you choose? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you're thinking about getting another e-reader, check out these videos right here. For now, that's it from me. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye!